I'm so excited. This is my first time at a soiree like this.
As I was finishing up my previous video about the idiotic nature of the pro-Palestine protests, a new movement was emerging, escalating into violence and disruption. What began in LA, erupting into the same type of destructive behavior we saw back in 2020, quickly spread across the entire country. It's the latest trend set in motion by bad, left-wing actors that sit at the top of the economic and political food chain. It's not a grassroots movement, as most media outlets want you to believe. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out this has all been carefully planned and coordinated. The plan began long before President Trump was elected. Maybe it's intended to hurt his presidency, but it's more likely an effort to further degrade American society by socialists, anarchists, and anti-American organizations. And what better group to exploit and manipulate than uneducated Hispanics? They're the perfect group to use for achieving the goals of postmodern revolutionaries that think they're going to bring America to its knees. I've got a message for the folks behind all this violence and unrest. It's going to blow up in your faces. You're not going to bring America down with hysterical females, washed-up baby boomers, or punk-ass white guys in hoodies. And you're sure as hell not going to help the illegal immigrants. You're only going to further the anti-illegals sentiment, because you're making them look as bad for the country as most people feared they would be. So you're playing right into the hands of the most fervent proponents of mass deportations for illegals. These violent protests are also going to crush any future for the degenerate Democrats supporting all the civil unrest, which is just what the Democrat Party deserves. Who in their right mind would vote for candidates that consider violence and lawlessness to be acceptable? A party that defends criminals. Despite my lack of faith in the intelligence of half the country, I'm praying that this craziness will sour more Americans on progressive policies. If we're lucky, the Democrat Party will implode like the Ocean Gate submarine. Let's hope the FBI goes after the bad actors and nonprofits driving all this violence. They need only follow the money. I think they'll find that all roads lead back to people like George Soros and groups like the Party for Socialism and Liberation, who are manipulating illegal immigrants, white liberal women, and jobless losers on skateboards to do their dirty work. Like it or not, the criminals are going home. No amount of rock throwing, looting, graffiti, or assaulting police is going to save them. Nor should it. Perhaps all these virtuous liberals should go with the criminals to try and improve life in the corrupt, poorly run countries they've fled. It's obvious the illegals don't have what it takes to turn their home countries around. Maybe the ignorant lefties that don't deserve to be here can save those backwards countries, but I wouldn't expect much from the hormone hysterics, nose ring numbskulls, and man bun brigade. They're just ungrateful, entitled brats whose gutless parents didn't have the wherewithal to whip their spoiled asses.